For this preparation, we will need the following reagents: hydroxylamine hydrochloride, 1,10-phenanthroline, sodium acetate trihydrate, acetic acid, ammonium iron sulfate, and sulfuric acid. We begin by preparing our iron oxide standard solution. For this, we weigh 0.4916 grams of ammonium iron sulfate, also known as Mohr's salt, to a small crystallizing dish. This amount is equivalent to 0.1 gram of iron 3 oxide. In our laboratory, we work with oxide materials. That is the reason why we are preparing the solution in terms of iron 3 oxide. With some recalculation of the mass, the same solution can be prepared for iron itself. You will need 0.7029 grams of Mohr's salt to be equivalent to 0.1 gram of iron. We transfer the Mohr's salt to a 1-liter volumetric flask and wash the crystallizing dish with distilled water. After that, we add 2 to 5 milliliters of concentrated sulfuric acid and dilute the solution to the mark with more water. 1 milliliter of this solution contains 0.1 milligram of iron 3 oxide. Next, we step forward to preparing a buffer solution with pH of 5. For this purpose, we weigh 326 grams of sodium acetate trihydrate to a 1-liter beaker and fill it with water to 900 to 950 milliliters. The dissolution of the sodium acetate is endothermic. To speed up the process, we put the beaker on a hot plate. While this is dissolving, we can proceed with the other solutions needed for the buffer. In two 150 milliliters beakers, we weigh 4 grams of hydroxylamine hydrochloride and 0.6 grams of 1,10-phenanthroline. To each beaker, we add roughly 100 milliliters of water and stir to dissolve. The dissolution of the phenanthroline is assisted by adding a few drops of sulfuric acid. After all our solutions are ready, we can begin mixing them into a 2-liter volumetric flask. We start with the sodium acetate solution. Next, that we add the hydroxylamine solution, followed by the 1,10-phenanthroline. In the end, 40 milliliters of glacial acetic acid are added. After filling the volumetric flask with distilled water, our buffer solution is ready. For the calibration series, we will need 7 volumetric flasks of 100 milliliters. To each of them, we pipette the corresponding volumes of the standard iron oxide solution, namely 54321 and 0.5 milliliters. The last flask serves as a blank. The contents of the flasks are diluted with small amount of distilled water. And to each of them, 25 milliliters of the buffer solution are added. You can immediately see the color change caused by the formation of a complex between the iron and the phenanthroline. Finally, we dilute to the marks with distilled water and our calibration solutions are ready.